We're back here at NAFB 2017 at Trade Talk here in Kansas City, and I am joined right now by Dennis Stiffler. He is the new chair of the U.S. Meat Export Federation. First of all, congratulations, Dennis, on becoming the new chair.
Thank you very much. Excited.
Tell us a little bit about your background, how you got involved, and how you've come to the chairmanship here of the U.S. Meat Export Federation.
Well, I have a long background with USMEF. I spent 10 years in academia and traveled abroad for them doing technical presentations. I've worked in various sectors of the meat industry and been a member and used them. But in 2010, I was, as part of the American Lamb Board, I was appointed to the executive committee. From there, became an officer. You go through a series of 4 years of progression of that, and last Friday I took over as chair for the next 12 months.
Okay, so as you look forward now for your next 12 months, what are the things you're kind of hoping to see accomplished in that next year?
Well, we have a lot going on. You may or may not be aware that Phil Singh will be stepping down, and he's an icon in our industry and been the president and CEO of USMEF for 27 years. Dan Holstrom's taking over. He's president now. He will effectively be CEO come the 1st of December. So that transition of leadership is an important aspect that we're supporting the organization, the staff. Last year at our annual meeting, we started a 5-year strategic plan. That's a big initiative for us. It's something that's been hugely engaged by the staff, and so they've developed initiatives, certain tactics and metrics to measure progress over the next 4 years, and that's a big part of our leadership. We're wanting to see that keep moving forward. There's 5 core strategic objectives in that, and then we've got just the outreach to our constituency. We're represented by 9 different sectors, from farm organizations to agribusiness to oilseed to feed grains, beef, lamb, and pork, and making sure that there's good outreach and building trust and communication among that constituency. And then obviously just growing the USMEF meat exports for our trading partners.
And that's one thing I was going to go to next. Trade has been something that's been getting a lot of attention in agriculture as a whole, but definitely as far as, we want to get beef into China, pork into Japan, Asian markets. Last year at this time we were talking, is TPP going to happen? We found out very quickly after, no, it wasn't going to happen. So where are we at? I know we have the president is in Korea and out in Asia right now. We're hoping that maybe some trade groundwork can be laid. Don't know what's really happening right now. What are the next steps? What do we need to see to help try to get this moving here as we talk trade, primarily what's going in the Asian markets and even with NAFTA?
Yeah. Well, the good news is we've had some really good success this year. We'll be, by the end of the year, probably new record levels in value for pork. Beef will be close to record levels, but we've got a lot of meat coming after this. There's a big amount of meat out there that's going to be coming our way over the next 12, 18 months, and these trade agreements are extremely important. We need to have access to the market. As you know, with NAFTA, 40% of the pork is traded between our partners there, 30% of the beef. So Mexico and Canada are huge partners, and that doesn't need to be disrupted. It's good for agriculture. It's good for livestock producers. It's good for the feed grains. So it's important. Yes, the administration was just in Korea, and they're talking about what they call KORUS, or the Korean-U.S. Free Trade Agreement, and that seemed to be pretty good meeting. So that's positive. Yes, we're not part of TPP, but we're continually working with Japan, building that relationship. So, extremely important to us on the trade aspect. We work through our policy and advocacy groups, through NPPC, the NCBA, the North American Meat Institute. We try to focus on the sales and marketing aspect and promoting the products in those markets.
All right. Well, Dennis, I thank you very much for taking the time to visit with us. I know we run the U.S. Meat Export Federation reports every week on our show, and it's been a great tool. I've had a lot of good feedback because it helps encompass, like you said, the beef, pork, the sheep industry, and everybody's got a stake in this, and it's great to see the initiatives being done to help with the trade and help get those products out.
Great. Well, thank you. USMEF is a great organization, and I'm glad to be part of it.
All right, that's Dennis Stiffler with the U.S. Meat Export Federation, the new chair as of last Friday here at NAFB Trade Talk 2017 on KLGR. We'll be back.